It's your boy Mr.Freeworld, and I got the keys for you to be free. Today, I'm gonna share with you how to get into real estate.
Fuck a pigeonhole, I'm a night owl, it's a different mode. I'ma have to make a fantasy.
Ever since I've been putting up a little real estate content here and there, I've been getting tons of questions from people asking me how they can get into the real estate world. So as always, the best thing that I can possibly do for you is explain to you my experience. I'll be able to save you thousands of dollars, I'll be able to save you plenty of time and a lot of headaches that I had to deal with. Number one, wholesaling. The first thing you'll do in a wholesale deal is locate the property. Wholesaling is a way that people get into real estate without having their license, without having much capital, without having much experience. You can get into wholesaling. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to wholesale. There's plenty of information that you can read and learn how to wholesale. First, you locate the property, then you will negotiate a deal with the owner. Let's play with some numbers, for example. You locate a property for $150,000. The homeowner is just trying to get out of the situation. Maybe they're trying to move to a different state, get the house paid off to the bank, and move on with their life. At that point, you have the house for $150,000. Let's say, for example, the ARV is $250,000. So after you fix the house up, you can then sell the house for $250,000. You have the house under contract with the homeowner for $150,000. We take that contract, we go find an investor. We go find someone who's looking to buy and purchase the property as soon as possible so that they can fix it, flip it, and make their money. Me, as the middleman, I'm the wholesaler. I just want to make a little piece of the pie. If the investor got it for $200,000 with his $50,000 worth of work into it, and he's able to sell it for $250,000, how can I make my money as a wholesaler? That's the negotiation with the investor. The ARV says that the property will sell for $250,000. I'm just looking for $5,000, or I'm just looking for $10,000 out of the deal. How can we negotiate that? How can we make that possible? The price that you negotiate with the investor is completely up to you and the investor. You can do your research. You can always figure out how to do wholesaling. You can literally go from making $0 in real estate to making $10,000, $20,000 in real estate. Number two, house hacking. Buying a house, renting one part of it, and living in the other part of it. House hacking. How can you house hack? Personally, I really never called it house hacking. I just called it living for free. How can we live for free? This has been my $1 million question when I was paying rent at West Orange. After I was paying this guy $1,400 a month, I started to do the math and I'm like, how much is he really making on this house? If he's taking $1,400 from me and $1,400 from the people upstairs, that's $2,800. So at $2,800, how much do you think the mortgage is? Let's say his mortgage is $2,200, $2,300, right? And we're giving him $2,800. So that means he's making $600 a month. I started to wonder, I started to scratch my head, like, how can I get to where he is? That's when I got into real estate. That's when I really started to put my focus on the real estate world and get around people that could teach me how to get my foot in the door. I took my real estate course and I got my license to be a real estate agent. Once I got my license, I realized I didn't want to work for anyone. My friend seen that and he sent me to a property. He said, hey, I see that you're interested in the real estate world. Go check this property out. The person that owned the house at the time had been through, bankruptcy and pre-foreclosures and all that stuff. He was just trying to get rid of the house as is, worst condition, doesn't matter, lowest price. I told my friend I want the property. I need the property. Not that I want it, I need it. I need this property to change my life. Fast forward time, fix the property up. It's a 5-bedroom house. I'm one person. I only need one room. How can we make this work? My dad used to ask me this question, how you gonna rent out all the rooms, Darius? I don't know nobody around here renting rooms. How you gonna rent out a 5-bedroom house? I would lay down at night and ask myself the same question. Facebook, fix the rooms up real nice. Listed them on the marketplace on Facebook. People were looking for a place to rent left and right every day, every night. My messages were flooded. I had too many messages to answer. I rented out all the rooms on Facebook. So I was living in this house by myself for about 2-3 months. I started to rent the rooms out. $800 for this room, $900 for that room, $700 for this room. The rooms were different sizes. One of them had a private entrance. You know I gotta get $900 for that one. With all the rooms together, I think I was bringing in $3,600 a month. My mortgage payment, $2,670. So how much was I making on the house every month? I'll let you figure it out. I know I was living for free. I know that all these other bedrooms were paying my mortgage. I know that all these other bedrooms were paying my light bill. I know all these bedrooms were paying for my car. I was living for free with one property. That's house hacking. I eventually sold the house. I got tired of being a landlord. I wasn't living at the property anymore, and I had to go back and forth and just maintain the property and manage people. It was becoming too much. I was tired of being a landlord, especially a hands-on landlord. I held the property for 2 years. I made $1,000 a month for 2 years. And then when I sold it, I made over $100,000 on the sale. I cannot make this shit up. I cannot lie to you. I'm telling you straight facts of what happened to me in my life and how you can do the same. Number 3, last but definitely not least, fix and flips. So after I made my nice chunk of change on the last property I sold, I took a little bit of it and I put it into education. I found a mentor that I was willing to learn under, and he taught me basically everything about the fix and flip game. How to find the property, how to find the money, how to find the contractors, how to put all the pieces together. So right now we're on our deal in Ohio. We just finished with demolition. We'll be moving on to the bathrooms and the kitchens and putting everything together now. If you're looking for a mentor to learn fix and flips under, go check out my guy, Jake Light, on Instagram, at Jake Light. You can probably find him through my page, at Mr.Freeworld, then go look for Jake. You find one person who you can learn under, be humble, do whatever it takes to learn that process. So fix and flip, you locate the property, you see if it's a deal or not, see if there's some money that can be made if you add value to it. After locating the property, I was able to find the money. There's plenty of lenders out there who are willing to give you the money as long as the deal makes sense. If I can buy a property for $150,000, I can show to the bank that the property is worth $350,000. If I can show this to the people, then they're willing to give me the money to buy the property, because everybody likes to make money together. Especially when I'm the one doing the work, making the phone calls, putting everything together. So they gave me the money for the property. I didn't have to come out of pocket for the $150,000. I didn't have to come out of pocket for the construction. And I'm able to make another $60,000, $80,000 on this deal without using my money. See, a lot of people are trying to jump right in from, I don't know anything about real estate, to, I want to do fix and flips. Okay, you can do that. You can do that. But there's an investment. There's time that needs to be put in order for you to get to that place. There's learning that you need to do in order for you to get to that place and move comfortably out here. You can jump in the ocean and swim with the sharks, no problem. You're most likely gonna make some mistakes and get swallowed up. When I got into the house hacking, I made a bunch of mistakes. I didn't get swallowed up. I just kept fighting and I found my way out. So from the house hacking, I took a little bit of that money, put it into education. Now I'm into fix and flips. Rinse, repeat the process. Rinse, repeat the process. Once you get the hang of it, you just gotta repeat it. So I just gave you 3 ways on how you can get into real estate right now. Wholesaling, house hacking, fix and flips. Wholesaling, you don't need any money. House hacking, you might need a little money. Fix and flips, you might need a little more money. You can even get into fix and flips where you have no money involved, but you have to learn how to do that. In order to learn how to do that, you have to invest money in education or a lot of time in education. It's hard to find someone out there who's gonna teach you the information for free just to bless your life and see you do better. It's rare that you find someone like that. But you have that right here. Comment, share, like, subscribe. If this information is helping you, please, it might help someone else. Let's get this information out across the algorithm so everybody can get a piece of it. If you wanna get into real estate, you can. You just have to ask yourself one question. Where do I want to start?
What it do? Sauce up on you too. You know I'm drippin', baby, and you drippin' too. I know you love me, baby, and I love you too. I know you love me, baby, and I love you too. What it do? Sauce up on you too.